Hello, thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 4. I am Frank Omalape. The People's Democratic Party has challenged the All Progressive Congress to come out clear and explain to Nigerians the links between it and the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission at Jega, which informs and propels its interest in Jega's stay in office. PDP National Publicity Secretary Olisa Metu made his call in a statement in Abuja, saying his party was more than curious that the APC has continued to fabricate stories and show undue interest in Jega, adding that such raised a lot of questions for the opposition on the INEC chairman. He claims the frenzy and speed with which the APC has been inventing stories regarding Jega's stay in office, even when nothing suggests that such was on the table, raised a lot of issues. In his own words, Matthew insists he wants the APC to come out clean and tell Nigerians the real reason behind their false alarms and uncontrolled nervousness regarding Jega ahead of the 2015 general elections. And the All Progressive Congress says the sickening and outlandish claim by the Goodluck Jonathan campaign organization that the APC national leader, Bola Tinubu, plans to become vice president through the back door is designed to divert attention from the success of the party's presidential candidate, Muhammadu Buhari, at the Chatham House in London on Thursday. In a statement in London by its National Publicity Secretary, La Mohammed, the party said the PDP and the Jonathan administration do not have any answer to what the APC described as an epochal moment that has separated the wheat from the chaff. APC described the claim as the latest in a series of desperate moves by the PDP and the Jonathan administration since the emergence of Buhari as the APC presidential candidate, and the clearest indication yet that they have no answer to the unstoppable momentum of the man of history. APC said inasmuch as it has so far refrained from engaging in Fani Kaude and what the party called his game of character assassination, abuses and irresponsible name-calling, the party is becoming seriously concerned that he may be caving in under pressure and reverting to his own dignified past of substance abuse. And now the People's Democratic Party insists that it stands by its claims that APC national leader Bola Tinubu plans to supplant Yemi Osinbajo and eventually Muhammadu Buhari if the party wins the March 28 election. It argues that the reaction of the opposition party shows that it cannot be assertive in defending Tinubu against the allegation. PDP's campaign spokesman Femi Fani-Kaude said in a statement that rather than respond to its position, APC spokesman Lai Mohammed claimed that the issue was meant to divert attention from the success of the APC presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari appearance at the Chatham House. He argued that APC's response shows that it has something to hide, while noting that the party leaders cannot deny this dangerous plot. Fani-Kaude described the party as a one that is used to what he says are solid, bizarre and subterranean backdoor deals where people take oath and are asked to sign an illegal letters of resignation even before they are elected into office. The PDP campaign spokesman cited the example of Tunde Bakari, whom he insisted was asked to sign a letter of resignation by both Tinubu and Buhari in 2011. And now the People's Democratic Party says there is no plan to clamp down on opposition figures with private jet. It says the only plan it is working on is to humiliate the All Progressive Congress on March 28 and presidential election. Spokesman for PDP's presidential campaign organization, Femi Fani-Kaude, said it's in reaction to claims by the APC of a crackdown on its leaders. It also called on Nigerians to question leaders of the opposition on how they acquired their private jets. Fani-Kaude noted that it will be interesting to know from the APC how these leaders who either occupy public offices acquired jets. This, he says, is because of the moral high ground the opposition is always holding on national issues. And now the leadership of the Urhobo National Youth Council has condemned and described as unwarranted and undemocratic calls for sack of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission at Jega by members of the Asai Dokobole Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force. The group, in a statement signed by its national president, Monday Oyege, stated that INEC is a public institution whose actions are covered by the institution or Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, stressing that it is undemocratic to call for the sack of its chairman. The statement claims it is the height of fallacy to describe Jega as being pretentious and hypocritical, owing to the number of yet to be collected permanent votes cards in the southern part of the country compared to some northern states. Meanwhile, the Northern Youth Council of Nigeria and the Ijaw Youth Council held a peace accord to back the second-term bid of President Goodluck Jonathan. This was the outcome of a meeting held in Kaduna by the leadership of the two groups. They said, having supported President Jonathan during his first term, they are prepared to further support him in order to continue the work he began. The Ijaw group also used the opportunity to clear the air on alleged war threat if the president fails to win.
For a genuine unity and diversity in Nigeria. For the MC has said, the sine qua non is almost the same as a necessary ingredient, something that is compulsory if we must have genuine unity and diversity.
You can't pretend, and you cannot have a conducive. You cannot have an election in an environment that is not conducive. We had this experience over time. So to me, I think strongly, all of us must be seen to be committed to Nigeria beyond any individual. We must be seen to be committed beyond our party lines. Nigeria is greater than any political party. And we must be seen to say enough is enough of this unnecessary violence in our land.
Publishers of an Abuja-based newspaper's Nigerian Pilot and its editor-in-chief, Denny Sami, have paid an undisclosed sum of money as part of terms of settlement with the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Tayo Jega, over libellous publications. This was after the INEC chairman sued the newspaper over a report which it claimed was an expose on alleged dirty deals in the commission. Jega had demanded a retraction and public apology as well as 700 million naira as general and aggravated damages. But when the matter came up before the Abuja High Court in December last year, the parties informed the court that negotiations were on to resolve the matter. Now the parties have finally agreed to terms of settlement, by which the newspaper and its editor-in-chief have published a retraction and apology in 3 national newspapers, the Nigerian Pilot, This Day and Daily Trust. Jega's lawyer Mahmoud has also confirmed that defendants paid an undisclosed amount as part of the settlement. The Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Michael Adedotun, has declared that over 300,000 indigenes of Egbaland residing in the state are yet to collect their permanent voter cards. He made this known while hosting the State Electoral Commissioner Timothy Bitoye, who was on a courtesy visit at his palace. Our correspondent Olajumako Lataji has details.
With the recent statements of the Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun addressed to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) over presence of alien PVCs in the state and constant demonstrations by human rights groups over the deficit in the distribution of the PVCs, the paramount ruler of Egbaland, Michael Adedotun Gbadebo, has also joined in the move to get more PVCs for indigenes of the state, with the declaration that over 300,000 indigenes of Egbaland residing in the state are yet to collect their cards, while appealing to INEC to look into the matter.
We are over 45% of Ogun State, that is Egba Traditional Council area in population. Whereas we don't have the number of local governments that we should have. Those who are about half of our population have more local governments than we have. And that means there are more representation at the federal house than we have. Now, in Egbaland, our people are still almost 300,000 people still have no PVC. Please, I am sure the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation can assist at no charge to you to keep on announcing names of those whose cards are here, who are not aware.
The Residents Electoral Commission and Timothy Ubitoye disclosed that 4 top officials of the commission in the state had been sent to the national headquarters in Abuja in respect of the remaining PVCs.
I want to appeal to His Royal Majesty to please assist INEC in the forthcoming general elections. Unfortunately, Ogun State INEC is having challenges, especially again the issue of permanent voters' cards. But it's not our homemaking at the state level. We are expecting the remaining balance of the PVC from the headquarters of INEC in Abuja. And I'm assuring the Cabinet that every eligible voter in Ogun State will get the PVC before election.
Despite the affirmation by the Commission to distribute all PVCs before election, some residents of Ogun State are, however, still doubtful that this will be done. Olajumoke Olatunji, CoreTV News, Abeokuta.
You're watching the CoreTV News at 4. We'll take a break now. We'll be back with more stories. Do stay with us.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a way, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CoreTV News.
It's CoreTV News at 4 live from our Lagos studios. For more information on our news and other programs, like our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can as well follow at CoreTV News NG. And for live streaming, log on to youtube.com/CoreTV Video Space, the news. The Nigerian military says troops on cordon and search operation along Jimitilo Damaturu Road on Friday night seized weapons, a number of machine guns and rifles from terrorists after a fierce battle that lasted several hours. It added that the firefight that dislodged the terrorists resulted in the death of one of them. Defense spokesman Major General Chris Olukolade said in a statement that several of the insurgents died in a fire that gutted the house they had made their base. A soldier was, however, killed in battle, while another was wounded and is undergoing treatment. Similarly, soldiers in pursuit of Boko Haram members in Gulak Adamawa State were said to have had a shootout with insurgents who were in the process of blowing up a bridge to deter troops' advancement. The military authorities say Nigerian soldiers are continuing their cordon and search operation of the town and its environs after overpowering the terrorists. The Committee for Defense of Human Rights has pledged a no-light, no-pay protest to electricity providers in Lagos. The group made this disclosure in a meeting with the management of the Keja Electricity Distribution Company in Alausa after a protest march on the poor performance of electricity supply in Lagos. The group says the continued exploitation of Nigerians by the successor companies to the PHC and Mustap. The leader of the group in Lagos, Bunai, says the privatization of the defunct PSCN has only worsened the power supply situation in Lagos and elsewhere.
The nomenclature kept changing with high hopes and promises of improvement, but reverse is the system and services as of present moment in the country, transforming from bad to worse, discharging poorest, erratic and epileptic services to the poor masses and the country as a whole. We therefore demand on behalf of the poor masses grossly affected by the wicked act of these companies as follows. We demand as follows: immediate reversal and removal of fixed charges. We demand accurate and correct billings of consumers' consumption. We demand commencement of equitable distribution of prepaid meters, which many Nigerians have registered and paid for.
Reduction in the pump price of fuel as announced by the federal government has been creating ripples among oil marketers, especially independent marketers all over the federation. In Imo State, the situation is not different. While some have complied with the announcement, others have not, with many citing the disparity in the new price and that of lifting from the depot, a major sticking point. CoreTV News' Ajibade Awofeso present more on the situation from Imo State.
In Owerri, the capital of Imo State, marketers says they cannot sell at 87 naira while purchasing at a higher price from the depots too, with most selling at over 100 naira. In his response, the state director of the Department of Petroleum Resources, the marketers are playing the ostrich.
I want to say that that's a gross misrepresentation of the fact. The DPR cannot and has not changed the approved pump price for petrol premium motor spirit. At the meeting that was held at Government House, I made it clear that my mandate is to ensure that this product is dispensed at 87 naira per liter, and I stand at that. There is no change. Anybody who tells you that it's been resolved that they can sell at any price they like, they are lying.
The DPR boss, however, says the agency will continue to do its job to ensure that all other filling stations aside the NNPC also sell at the correct price. However, in Imo State, only NNPC Megas filling stations are selling at the federal government's price.
We are getting feelers that some stations are defaulting. And of course, we have gone out, we have sent out our monitoring team to go around and check what is going on and to take necessary action to apprehend culprits. This list I have here, it's a dynamic list that we are constantly updating. If you look inside here, you will see a whole lot of stations that we have apprehended, and you can see this column. This is the penalty that these are the penalties that they are paying.
Some of the marketers who spoke off camera, however, say the stance of the federal government is unfair to them as business outfit. Ajibade Awofeso, CoreTV News, Owerri.
And as the motorists in other parts of the country continue to lament what many describe as artificial scarcity of petroleum products and the rise in price against the official price, especially that of the petroleum motor spirit known as petrol, queues have gradually returned to filling stations in Lagos. CoreTV News crew visited some of the filling stations in the city to fill the purse, with many motorists at a loss on the sudden return of queues and what this means for their daily activities.
We never thought that it's supposed to be like this. It has happened at Lagos. At the same time, we perceived it when we were at Ibadan a day before yesterday. But it's not something that we can bear anymore. It's also give a sign that this economy, that's why we are still a country that we are producing. We are among the people that having this crude oil. We are not supposed to be having maybe experience this kind of fuel scarcity in Nigeria.
I don't even like this situation of the scarcity of fuel. I don't like it because anytime they want to reduce the fuel price, they will make sure that there be scarcity of fuel. I don't know.
I just came to get fuel out of church and I ran into this. For me, I think it's really very stupid because there's really no reason for it. Yesterday, I was watching the television and I saw petrol scarcity in Abuja and I thought, what is all this about? But I just heard this in the station now that they want to reduce the pump price. Now, if you want to reduce pump price, does it not make economic sense for you to even sell than to hoard? I don't understand it.
Like this morning, okay, I'm traveling now, so I've been to 5 different filling stations before getting here. So I was surprised to just met the whole place deserted. So except that's why I had to queue. So and we've been on this queue now for about 1 hour now before getting to this spot. So I believe government has a major role to play in this matter. So, and I believe if government can just wake up to our responsibility and do something about it.
And away from that now, the celebration of Valentine is meant to be an expression of love and affection, but it was a gory day for the family of Abimbola Ogitiolu, who was set ablaze by his wife over the day's celebration. Bimbo now lies in critical condition at the General Hospital in Ado-Ekiti. The police vow justice against the suspect. A correspondent, Rashid, monitored the incidents and filed in this report. However, viewers' discretion is strongly advised.
The scenario surrounding the story of Abimbola Ogitiolu is that of love gone sour, and making it more peculiar is that the tragic incident happened on days supposedly used in celebrating love and loved ones. But to Bimbo Ogitiolu, the best way to celebrate him on the 14th of February is to set him ablaze by his wife, as confirmed by the Ekiti State Police Command.
We received a complaint of a woman who poured petrol on her husband and set him ablaze during the Valentine period. So the police swung into action. Our detectives went there, arrested the woman, and they rushed the husband to the hospital. I understand he has first-degree burns on his body. So the woman is still in our custody. We're trying to unravel the mystery behind our action. So the investigation is ongoing. And as soon as the investigation is completed, she will be charged to court.
To Folake Ogitiolu, the traumatized mother of Bimbo, reliving the gory incident and how that has changed the course of her life was not an easy narration when CoreTV News visited his hospital bed.
His wife poured petrol on him on Valentine's Day, accusing her husband for not allowing her to go out. She threatened setting Bimbo ablaze, but the threat was dismissed by him. Until she poured the petrol meant for their generator on him, and before the husband would dash out, she has already set him ablaze.
The survival of Bimbo, suffering from first-degree burns, still hang in the balance. The family, as they seek for justice, never close their eyes on help over the piling medical expenses of Bimbo, which they could not afford any longer. But to the police, justice, they say, will be dispensed accordingly.
We're going to charge her for attempted murder. The law is there. The long arm of the law always catch up with them.
I plead for help from the government so as not to lose Bimbo, because we've been financially exhausted and the hospital bill is piling up every day.
As Bimbo Ogitiolu lies critically ill and the estranged wife suspect goes at police cell, it is expected that the laws of the land will take its course, as Bimbo also faces the battle for his survival. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado-Ekiti.
Quite a sad one there. Moving away from that now and take a look at the foreign stories. Western leaders have called on Russian authorities to get to the truth behind the killing of opposition politician Boris Nemtsov. U.S. President Barack Obama urged a transparent investigation, while German Chancellor Angela Merkel said the killing must be explained and the perpetrators brought to justice. Nemtsov was shot 4 times in back of a bridge near the Kremlin, with President Putin quickly condemning the killing and has also taken personal control of the investigation. Russia Investigative Committee head Vladimir Markin said in his statement that several motives for the killing were being considered, including Islamic extremism and the victims' alleged links with Ukraine. It added that the attack was meticulously planned and the killers who fled in a car have been tracking Nemtsov's movement around the city. Boris Nemtsov died hours after appealing for support for a march on Sunday in Moscow against the war in Ukraine. And it's a wrap on CoreTV News at 4 minutes. Thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.